many miracle diets. We see so many miracle diets everywhere. Many times we look for radical changes instead of gradual and long-lasting changes. There is a difference between not being ill and enjoying an ideal health. And the truth is, all this started, we experience all this ourselves. And this is the reason that I'm sharing with you this picture of my family. We're born in Argentina, and as Maria Liz was telling, my father has been suffering health diseases for many years until he was diagnosed with a cancer 20 years ago. And he was able to recover. He's right now in fine health, thanks to changing totally his nutrition and his lifestyle. I have very similar example myself. I've been suffering very strong migraines for over a decade, taking daily medications, and thanks to changing my lifestyle and my nutrition, I totally fine since that moment. So we wanted to share this with others. At the beginning, we were telling friends and family, but then we felt the need to share it on an even bigger scale. And we've done it by creating SHA. We've been operating for 14 years. And SHA is a life-transforming experience. It's not a pampering spa, it's not a weekend spa. It's a place that you come looking for an inflection point in your life. It is not easy to make that change for yourself, because first you need the knowledge, then you need the guidance, you need the support. And our goal in SHA is to make it extremely simple and pleasant for you, and to make sure that it's a life change. Our brand promise is to deliver, to offer the best results in the shortest possible time, always with a natural approach. And of course, we are totally results oriented, and this is another big difference. So this is our property in Spain. It's between Alicante and Valencia. You can fly to any of those airports. It's on a beautiful natural protected park in front of the Mediterranean Sea in Altea Bay. But it's not the place what makes it unique, it's the methodology. So it's the SHA method, which is the most comprehensive method available. So starting for healthy nutrition, which is the main pillar, we have 1,000 treatments at SHA. When people ask me what is the most effective treatment you have, waiting to hear from a cutting edge science fiction treatments, I always tell is nutrition. No matter how many treatments you do, if you don't give the right energy, the right ingredients to your body, it won't be sustainable on the time. Of course, natural therapies, focusing on the most proven and the most effective natural therapies. Preventative healthy aging. Many times we relate healthy aging with a more superficial or more cosmetic approach. You as Brazilians know very well that healthy aging is much more than this. It's nowadays, thanks to genetic tests, you can have such a useful information about yourself in order to adopt the best lifestyle. First, of course, to make sure that you don't suffer a premature aging process. It's not possible to stop aging. For this, I don't like the word anti-aging. What is possible is to make sure that we enjoy any stage of our life with our full potential. Of course, it's not only about quantity, which we can live longer. It's about quality. Why we want to live longer if we are not enjoying with a good quality of life? And this is the key point. Since the middle of our life, usually since when you talk about elite sports players, they tell you from 30 years old already, they're talking that they are too old. No, in our case, that we are not elite sports players, from 40 years old, we start a decrease, let's say. And that is reflected on many things for both men and women, menopause and andropause, from change of mood, fatigue, quality of sleep, back problems, etc., etc. So it is possible to prevent and to avoid all these symptoms and to be able to enjoy with plenitude any stage of life, thanks to different healthy aging techniques, thanks to having adopting the ideal lifestyle, thanks to many interesting supplementations, treatments that help us on this direction. Then we do advanced non-invasive aesthetic beauty. We don't do any surgery at SHA, nothing invasive. It's not our approach. We totally respect it. But the truth is that nowadays, with fillers, hyaluronic acid, plasma, and with technology, we're always investing. We created at SHA not only for this, for all areas, a scientific committee. And we are always, you know, that this field, aesthetic beauty, is moving forward so fast. There is always a new machine, and in 1 year time, the same launches a new technology that is twice more effective. And in SHA, we have the commitment to keep always researching and to keep always, most important, investing on having the latest technology available for our dear guests. Then cognitive and emotional health. So it's not just about body, it's not just about the spirit, also about mind. We've all seen many people that when they reach certain period of life, they don't have the same cognitive capacity. Brain is like any other muscle that can be trained, and we can, thanks to determinate techniques and thanks to a technology that SHA was one of the very first places in the world to have, that is capable to stimulate through a very specific electrical stimulation technique to stimulate our brain cells in order to prevent neurodegenerative diseases and in order to improve our cognitive capacity, our cognitive activity. We do first a diagnosis in order to see where are we at and what we need to do. The response, it's really, really positive. Then physical performance, always adapted to the needs and to the capacity of each person. And the same thing, it's about creating habits, which is what we work at SHA, pushing the limits, improving our performance, working on postural reeducation, well-being and inner balance. Behind health imbalance, so many times we find psychic reasons, from stress, anxiety, depression, going through difficult times in life, and be able to work on these energetic blockages. It's essential in order to achieve optimal health. And finally, to give the tools and the knowledge. This is not a secret method that we want you to say every time you want to become healthier, come visit us. Of course, you're welcome, but what we want is for you to become the CEO of your own health, to be able to manage your own health. And like everything in life, the only way to make decisions is to have knowledge. So our goal is, during your stay at SHA, to give you as much knowledge as possible in order to take the best decisions to take care of your health. So what makes us different? Of course, hyper-personalization, which is very rare to find in any health institution. Today's medicine is being focused on hyper specialization. So you are different, you are seeing different experts who know a lot about determinate area of health, about determinate organ, but unfortunately, they don't know about the impact that whatever medication are giving you is gonna have in the rest of their body. And there is, unfortunately, there isn't, and we've all experienced that in different health institutions, there isn't much communications between doctors. So the patient is lost. And to have a global vision of health with a team that, having different backgrounds from both scientific and holistic, are working to make sure that they're all in the same direction with hyper-personalization, is, believe me, something very unique. Offering the most integrative and comprehensive method. having always the latest techniques from both scientific and holistic medicine. This is part of our DNA, to keep evolving, to keep innovating, to keep investing, to make sure that you come to SHA and you're always going to find the latest. And then all this made extremely simple for you. As I say, we have over 1,000 treatments, but we make a work to know about you, to know what you need, and to guide you on the process, to offer you the ideal treatments, the ideal methodology, techniques, nutrition, to make sure that you achieve your health goals. In these 14 years, we transformed the life of over 65,000 people, and we've achieved over 100 awards, including the award we received last week as Best Wellness Clinic in the World by World Spa Awards. SHA is very commitment as well, of course, in taking care of our planet, and it's pioneer in terms of sustainable practices, from the construction, the type of materials we use, and of course our operations, avoiding the use of paper, avoiding the use of plastic in all the property. We have digitalized everything to make sure that you don't need to touch a paper during your experience, and same on the internal work. We're 100% plastic-free environment, reusage of rainwater. We have a beautiful organic garden. We do constantly group activities to support sustainability, to clean the environment. We've done one last week, and thanks to all this great work, we have been recognized with a Green Glove certified since some time ago. I would like now to share with you some of the latest innovation that we are just launching at SHA. This is something that I'm showing you for first time, very exclusive, because actually we launched it this same week, which is our health screening lab. No? It is essential to have a proper medical checkup. We don't take the time, and when you come to SHA, it's ideal to have a deep understanding of your current health status. We've been researching a lot on what is the latest technology for diagnosis. What is Mayo Clinic doing? What is Mount Sinai doing? And looking not only at the traditional technology like TAC or MRI, looking about groundbreaking technology that can give us detailed information in a short time, not only about our current health status, but also with a preventative approach. No, how is it looking in a few years' time? What it can happen on the path we are following. So every guest at SHA since this week is going to experience our state-of-the-art screening lab, where in a very short time we are able to give you an amazing information about different things. Of course, a completely high accurate analysis of your body fat, of your muscle, vital signs, gene cardiac and health monitoring system, comparison with all the rest of the indicators to make sure that your heart is working as it should be with your age. Fit 3D, we have a 5th generation platform that scans, allowing us to obtain a 360-degree image of your body in 30 seconds, 35 seconds, and give us extremely detailed information on where you need to work and how we can achieve those goals. Heart rate variability on different conditions, the level of reflex, mental and physical stress that you have, fatigue, overtraining, anxiety, age reader to see if you are going through a premature aging process or not. It measures glycated proteins in tissue, neurocognitive assessment to have a detailed diagnosis on your cognitive capacity, your ability to focus, your ability to connect, to disconnect. Bioenergetic assessment on the same time, how is your energy, if you have any energy blockages that can end up causing a disease. And all this information, it goes to our app. So we have the SHA app that you download since you reserve, since you book a SHA, where you have all your medical information, you have all your information on your stay, great information to maximize your stay at SHA, but then it gives you this interesting data about your current health status, and you're able to see as well the evolution from the beginning to the end of your stay and in your coming visits. We are also working in connected this in the near future with health wearable devices. So we're going to be able to see your evolution on time and to continue supporting you. This is some of the technology we incorporated on the last year from DEXA, InBody, Fit3D, Thermash, M-School Neo, M-Field Pro, the latest Indiva technology, the MNA Pro, iCoon. As I said, we're constantly investing on having the latest technology. Something that it's really addictive for our guests is the ozone therapy and the serum therapy area of revitalizing medicine, because it helps you to protect against cognitive decline, revitalize your nervous system, helps you to sleep better, to boost your immunologic system, especially important nowadays, to sleep better, to have a better vitality. So it's really, really addictive. Regarding healthy aging, we discussed a bit before. The doctor who is leading this area has been awarded as the best European doctor in the field of anti-aging medicine. He's been since the very beginning with us. Definitely SHA is really one of the groundbreakings on anti-aging medicine at the moment. As I said, the process starts with hyper-personalization through genetic testing that gives us such an amazing information to personalize the treatment and the health, the lifestyle. Going now to the nutritional side, nutrition has such a big impact, not only in our appearance, in our energy, in our health, in our immune system, even in the quality of our thoughts, in the quality of our sleep. And we are very focused on gut health, on microbiota, on the modular functions of the immune system through this. We are doing the intestinal microbiota that give us a very, very important information to make sure that we follow the best recommendations for you. Nowadays, there are so many diets, so many references out there. What are the ones that we follow at SHA? Well, the main reference for us is the Healthy Eating Plate by Harvard. It was published in 2011. And basically, one thing is what you need to follow when you have a health goal, or when you have a health issue, and you need to focus on the base of the pyramid. And another thing is what you can do when you're fine, when you're in your ideal weight, and you can be a bit more flexible. But basically, the priority, as you see, it should be on vegetables and fruits, also whole grains. Regarding protein, it's about limiting red meat and cheese, avoiding cold cuts, avoiding bacon, avoiding processed meats, limiting as well dairy. We've been sometimes educated by advertising, so we end up thinking that some of these aliments are essential to have calcium or to have protein. And the truth is, when you see authorities in nutrition, as Harvard it is, that are more independent, you can see that it is not necessary to consume this on a frequent basis. Another interesting reference are the blue zones, which are the 5 areas that have by far the longest life expectancy in the planet. Loma Linda in California, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Sardinia in Italy, Ikari in Greece, and Okinawa in Japan. I believe we can add SHA to this map. But basically, there has been so much research about why these people are doing that make them live much longer than the rest of the world. there is the biggest concentration of centenary. And the truth is, there are many factors that can affect. They talk about the ikigai, the purpose of life. They talk about physical activity. They talk about not being stressed. They talk about the belonging to a community. But all research agree that the #1 principle that affects on their life expectancy is nutrition. And this is basically what they follow in this area. It's pretty much the same that I just showed you. It's the basis, plant-based, go easy on fish, also with eggs, and try to avoid as much as possible sugar, dairy, and meat. So it's not about being radical. It's about having the knowledge to enjoy life at the same time that you take care of yourself. Marie-Elise can tell you, but the truth is that the nutrition at SHA, it's tremendously pleasant, well presented, which makes it even more attractive because you're achieving your health goals at the same time that you're really, really enjoying. It's easy to achieve health goals suffering. What it's especially attractive is to achieve your health goals while enjoying what you are eating. As I say, another very important is mental wellness and stress relief. We have from psychotherapy, psychology, psychiatric, mindfulness experts, coaching experts, meditation, yoga, everything that can help you to achieve balance, exercise your mind, and achieve a complete well-being, which is key. Our mind is capable of healing us, but is also capable of putting us sick, no? So we need to learn how to control our mind. Exciting times for our brand. We are opening 2 new locations after 14 years, perfectioning the method, welcoming guests from all over the world. We're opening next year in Mexico. Allow me to show you some renders and also a picture. This is from a couple of months ago, but you can see a real-time picture of this paradise. Is north of Cancun in Costa Mujeres. Is protected by the island that you can see in front, so it has very little to none sargasso that it's always a problem in Caribbean. It has a beautiful natural cenote on the property, as you can see, that we will clean for guests to enjoy and swim on the cenote. And 8 hectares of beautiful nature, half kilometer of private beach. It's designed by Sordo Madaleno, which is the top architect in Mexico, and the shape is following the ADN chain, as you can see, no? So it's going to be really an iconic building, an iconic project for America. And the next opening is going to be for 2024. We are opening in Emirates, more specifically in Abu Dhabi, but in a place called Al Jurf. That is a natural reserve that, being part of Al Jurf Abu Dhabi territory, is much closer to Dubai. It's actually 30 minutes from Dubai Marina. And this is a private island, 25 hectares island, that has a more ambitious residential component. All our projects have a residential component, wellness residence. In this case, the residential component is a bit bigger. So we have 120 suites and 150 villas. Majority of them are beachfront. So we're going to create everything related to health and well-being. We're going to have different pavilions focused on health and well-being. Here you have some more images and renders of the projects that it's also under construction. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I hope I didn't take too long. And I think the best will be now to open to any question, anything you would like to ask or to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's so many information. It's important to go and experience all of this, right? And yes, I will allow me to speak in Portuguese. It's okay, Alejandro.
Yes.
So I will share a little bit about my experience. porque quando a gente fala de gastronomia, de nutrição, e quando a gente fala de uma dieta equilibrada, no chá, é tudo isso que o Alejandro comentou. É uma nutrição linda, porque eles fazem de uma forma que você come também com os olhos, toda a parte do setup, de como eles constroem esse processo de nutrição, te dá vontade de comer. E vocês me conhecem muito bem. Alejandro, I love to eat. E eu não passei fome, ao contrário, me deu vitalidade. Então, é uma alimentação, ela é linda, ela é funcional, ela é saborosa, porque é muito importante a gente ter sabor nesses alimentos, então esse frescor dos alimentos, e ela é eficiente. Então, eu tive a oportunidade de ficar 4 dias no chá. Gente, eu não fiz nenhum tratamento de estética para rosto, e eu tenho melasma, e o meu melasma, ele simplesmente, ele não desapareceu, porque eu fiquei 3 noites, mas talvez se eu ficar 15 dias, um mês no chá, e meu melasma desapareça. Para uma pessoa que fez tratamentos, muitos tratamentos de dermatologista, já investi muito dinheiro nisso, e no chá eu consegui, em 4 dias, um resultado que eu não vi em anos de tratamento com melasma. Então, assim, isso é um depoimento meu. Eu até tirei uma foto para mostrar para o meu marido, na época, sem nenhuma maquiagem. Então, eu acho que a nutrição me deu vitalidade. E outro ponto também que eu acho que vale a gente reforçar, para aquelas pessoas que vão e às vezes tem um propósito específico para ir para o chá, é bárbaro. Mas às vezes você tem um acompanhante que quer estar com você nesse momento da sua experiência. E o chá é delicioso. Ele tem uma estrutura e uma área de piscina incrível, um entorno maravilhoso para a gente também. I think it's important we reinforce this too, Alejandro. The place where you are, and sometimes the person that will join the other person that has a purpose to go in chá. Of course, the one that will join, sometimes when they arrive, they don't have even like an idea what they will do, but the infrastructure that you offer, the way how you present the destination, and in the end of the day, they will join and they will get interested, at least to know more, to get this knowledge, because it's so important with knowledge, we understand more about ourselves, you know, to getting better to ourselves and to the others around us. So chá, it's transforming exploration 100%, e os pequenos hábitos que a gente entende e aprende no chá e trazer para o nosso dia a dia é algo muito eficiente e é simples. Então, acho que isso é fundamental. I do have some questions for you. Can I do it before?
With pleasure.
Okay, thank you so much. So I would like to understand how you can find our balance and how SHA Wellness Clinic can influence their clients to have a better quality life. Actually, you do in all your presentation, you teach us about this, but like a resume, you know, like how you can influence to us to get a better performance, you know, in our lives.
Excellent. You know, the first is having a real commitment to make a change. No, and here many people think that carry this lifestyle is not worth it because they think I love eating and I don't want to live a life where I'm not enjoying, where I'm not having whatever, eating or drinking what I want. But the truth is, when you are able to show them, as you just said, that this can be appealing, that this can be attractive, that this can be made simple, that is the first step. No? Then being able to deliver short-term results. So when you put it in the balance and you've been there for a week or for 2 weeks and you see the change in your body, in your energy, in your face, in your vitality, in your sleep, you put it on the balance and you say, okay, yes, I like eating or doing all this stuff, but I can see that I'm enjoying as well this, and I can see how I'm feeling and how I'm looking nowadays. So the second is showing that it's tremendously effective, that impacts very much in your body. And the third thing is giving you the knowledge, because then you come back home, you open your fridge, you go dining out, you gotta make decisions, no? And there, I tell you what we're doing now, and then what we're planning to do. What we're doing now is we give you a personalized health plan for you to take home. Through the app, you can connect with any of our professionals. Some of the programs already includes a complimentary follow-up session. If not, you can perfectly arrange it additionally yourself, so you can continue in touch with our experts and our health professionals. You have the data of your health condition, as I explained before, in the app, and you can see the evolution. Over 50% of our guests repeat every year, so they come to SHA and they see that evolution themselves. And now we are creating a platform, a SHA club, in order to continue supporting you. I believe one of the biggest challenges for wellness industry is how to continue supporting people on the day-to-day. And that's one of our main priorities for this coming period. So we're going to launch something really, really ambitious. As I say, our goal is to connect with different health wearable devices in order to continue having information about yourself and continue supporting you. So some of that support is created through algorithms and is created through artificial intelligence, where we put so much valuable information and can guide you on a day-to-day in your lifestyle. And some it's a human personalized support from our team to you. And I really believe it's going to be something really groundbreaking for the industry.
Super, great. Now we do have a question from Elena. I think you know her. She knows you. I think yes. The time when you came to Brazil. Right, Elena? I don't know if you can hear us. Well, she would like to know more about the treatments, if it's included on the daily rates. I know how to answer, but please, if you can, and if Mexico will be a strategic location for Brazilians clients. Yes,
well, first, it's very nice to see you, Elena. Very dear to us. Hope to see you soon at SHA. You're looking very good. Our goal, SHA is very difficult to replicate. It's extremely complex to operate, much more difficult to operate at any luxury hotel you can imagine, because we are dealing not only with people's comfort, we're dealing with people's health and with maximum personalization. So you cannot imagine how many offers we receive to open SHA in different locations around the world, but this is not possible. So our goal as a group, as a family group, is to have one SHA per continent, which we already believe is tremendously challenging, but we've been preparing this moment for a long time. This is not something that we started now. This is it started since we've born, and we've been creating the system, investing in technology, in structure, in training to make this happen. So we wanted a place where we could cover both North and North America and South America, Central America. We considered different places, and we decided finally to go for Mexico, for climatology, for connectivity, etc. And of course, we do expect Brazil to be a key market for us in SHA Mexico. It's going to be the same concept, it's going to be the same essence. Our goal with each location is that 80% of the offer is exactly the same on each location, and 20% it's personalized, having a signature area, let's say, that is related with the demand of that specific market. No? In this case, in America, we feel fitness is going to have a bigger demand than Europe. In Europe, we are perhaps a bit more lazy and we rely more on technology. So fitness is going to have a big focus in SHA Mexico. And of course, Beauty that already has it at SHA, but we are going as well further, always on non-invasive side, which is our approach, but that's going to be the same specialization. Regarding nutrition, one key principle for us in nutrition is always to focus on ingredients that are seasonal and from proximity. So of course, it's not the same that on the Mediterranean coast, that on the Caribbean coast. So we're going to adapt our nutrition following the same principles, but it's going to be adapted to the ingredients that the area is going to offer us. So that's going to be also an interesting turn.
Yeah, and the people that know already in Spain, they will experience in a different way in Mexico. So it's a good way to go back every year. It's one more, you know, it's one more why to go back to SHA now.
Yes.
E Helena, sobre os tratamentos, na verdade existem programas, você tem opções de hospedagem, então você tem suítes, você tem residências, você tem, e você tem esses valores, dependendo da categoria do que você quer, e programas específicos. Então, a gente tem infinitos programas, e que esses programas, inclusive, podem ser customizados com a sua necessidade, e vão ter valores diferentes no programa. E aí a gente vai unir o valor do programa, quantos dias você vai estar, com o valor da categoria da suíte que você escolheu para aquela sua viagem, tá bom? Well, I have another question, that how nature, because you have been talking a lot about a seasonality of the ingredients, the technology, science, and how nature assumes a main part of wellness technology.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always listen that Amazon it's a place for science, you know, when you go to an Amazon forest, it's a place of science, and this is why it was my interesting to know more.
Yes. Well, nature is everything, basically. Hippocrates, as father of modern medicine, used to say, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Unfortunately, today's medicine, it's extremely effective for critical diseases. So when the problem is already there, but it hasn't developed an approach to prevention. And that makes the problem go bigger and bigger. When you go to a doctor, the main goal they have is to give you the medication, the antibiotic, or the intervention that is more related to your symptoms. Mm-hmm. But very rarely they will ask you about your lifestyle, about your nutrition. In fact, they don't study nutrition. Majority of doctors, they don't study nutrition on their careers. Oncologists doesn't study nutrition on their careers. So nature is also capable of healing us or putting us sick, first through food, which is what impacts most. We do it minimum 3 times per day, 4 or 5 times per day. And it's like having the best car, but giving the car the wrong fuel. No, you can buy a Ferrari or a Bentley, but if you put the wrong oil and the wrong fuel, you will break the car. No, and then of course pollution, contamination, to live or not on a stress environment. All that is related to our nature, to our environment. It affects a lot. At the end of the day, for majority of the illnesses that we are suffering nowadays, cancer, diabetes, heart diseases, usually the genetic component is below 20%, and 80% is lifestyle. And lifestyle is totally related with nature. And even genetics, it's also related, because we are able to improve or to get worse our genes. So depending on our lifestyle, we're going to pass that to the next generation. So it's something as well that we need to be aware.
Thank you. So Thank you so much. I do believe as well. And you have been traveling around the world and talking with so many influenced people, you know, people full of knowledge, and even talking with your clients and people around you. And after these 2 years that we leave the pandemic, do you believe that now people are more conscious about the value of taking care of themselves and the environment?
Yes, in general, yes. You know, wellness has been a big trend for the last 10 years, and it's been growing a lot. Going specifically to tourism, wellness has been growing an average between 10 to 15% interannual wellness tourism. Post-COVID is growing around 23% interannual. So on tourism, one of the biggest growing trends is well-being. In general, in society, there is a growing interest, but there is still been a lack of knowledge. So let's say that the people who have access to information, it's taking better and better care of themselves. And we are facing a generation that is still on middle age. They are healthy. They may have no experience any health issue. They may have seen it on their ancestors, on the previous generation. So they're looking for answers. No? They're seeing that conventional medicine has an approach very focused on interventions, on sick care, and people is looking for their way, no, to take better care of themselves. The point is, industries are also seeing this. So you see many industries, from McDonald's to Danone to many, that they also are using this healthy approach to their advertising. Nowadays, you go to McDonald's and you feel that you're in a wellness clinic. No, everything looks fresh and green. No, so if you look at data, unfortunately, world data, there has not been a decrease in the consumption of fast food, processed food, sugar, sugary drinks, but there is a percentage of the society that have access to the information there, and that is growing, that are having better and better care of themselves. So I believe that we have a responsibility, those that we have access to the information and we know what is the impact, to spread the message through media, through, doesn't need to be related to a brand, no? The most important is to create the conscience, no? To generate the conscience to take better care of ourselves.
Sorry, I was mute. Yes, actually, this is very important because people is getting more aware about themselves. So it's great to know that it's not the massive people, but we are in a way to, you know, at least we are doing our part, right?
That's true. That's true.
Eu não sei se alguém mais tem alguma pergunta para ele, para o Alejandro, aproveitar. Estou vendo a carinha do Marcelo interessado aí. O homem dos vinhos também, né? You can drink wine in SHA. Wine is allowed, right, Alejandro?
It is allowed. We have 3 different levels in terms of nutrition, for more flexible to a bit more therapeutic. And unless you have a very specific health issue, on a more flexible, healthy diet, you can drink wine with moderation. But the goal is to achieve results. Of course, if you want to come and drink wine, you are going to be able to drink wine. But there are so many places where you can drink wine that if you come such a long way, especially coming from Brazil, is because you want to live with amazing results.
It's because he's a very well-known journalist, and he loved the wine, you know, specialization, and the wine, because I think we need to balance, you know, every time.
Yes.
And yeah, and this is the idea. And well-being, it's being a quality life, and the extreme is not the ideal, never.
Totally agree. Personally, I've tried all the positions from being Argentinian, following a more strict Argentinian diet, to go into very strict healthy diet with zero animal protein, zero coffee, zero dairy. The rule, it's 80-20. So if you are healthy, if you're in your right way, 80% you should follow these nutritional principles, and 20% you can be more flexible. At the end of the day, life is made to enjoy, but to enjoy it smartly, no?
Yes, you are right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your father being, you know, so open and generoso to invest in something so unique that could share with others around the world. And thank you for the work you have been doing, and being insisting and being focused and with this amazing proposal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maria-Elise, and thank you all of you for your interest and for taking the time to join us today. I look forward welcoming you in SHA, hopefully in SHA Spain, and then in SHA Mexico, being able to take care of yourself. And I thank you for your support, helping us to spread this valuable message in Brazil.
Thank you so much, and we hope we will have you here next year.
For sure, I would love to visit.
Bye-bye, Alejandro. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Ciao, Elena. Ciao, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thanau you. Tchau
Bye, bye.
a todos, muito obrigada. Ótimo dia, obrigada.
Obrigada a você.
Tchau.
Beijo. Tchau, tchau.
Tchau, Carol, Martim, todos, Cristina, muito obrigada.
Tchau, obrigada. Muito obrigada, foi incrível.
Thank you so much,
Obrigada.
Maria-Elise.
Tchau, gente.
Thank
Obrigada. Foi
Obrigado pelo convite, foi ótimo.
Obrigada.
Bye.
Very well. Thank you so much.